Are you paying attention or paying attention? I'm Brad, and this is Human Training, where we insist that being human means more than answering notifications. So, are you paying attention or are you paying attention? We're in an attention economy, which means businesses are competing for our most valuable commodity, our time. We all know this, of course. We all know it's tough as individuals to resist this culture. But the cost of not finding ways to resist is we literally pay our attention to these tech companies. This is not just about the time you spend on a device, it's about your capacity to attend to something for any length of time. How many of you saw the headline in Forbes earlier this month that sustained attention is the new Ivy League advantage? And how many of you actually read past the headline? Well, the author, Dr. Liz Doe Stone, she's CEO of a college admissions consulting firm. She begins by reporting on a study from UC Irvine that found our attention spans have been shrinking. Whereas at the beginning of the century, we could focus on a screen for about 150 seconds. By 2012, that was down to half the time, 74 seconds. And more recently, it's dropped to 47 seconds. So in other words, our attention spans, even for screens, have shrunk by about 67% in the last 20 years. Now, our brains have not gotten 67% faster at processing, which means we're literally not paying attention much of the time. Now, I'm less concerned about what this means for getting ahead than what it means for staying human. Because when you're not paying attention, you're less present to your experiences, less aware of your physical and mental well-being, and less connected to other people. Moreover, you start to lose access to your inner life. And your personality, what you know and believe, what you think of as yourself, that all flows from this ever-evolving fount of self within you. But that fountain needs power. And if you're not actually thinking about and reflecting about what you're taking in, or if you're not even taking things in to begin with, then you're starving your personhood. We can't wait for the technology that made people wealthy by creating this attrition to have a change of heart and fix itself. So we have to take what steps we can ourselves, individually and collectively. And the good news is that attention can be exercised and trained. You can get it back. It's a lot of what human training is about. The bad news is you have to disconnect from your dopamine dealer long enough to do so. Now, there's a bunch of people who can walk you through a digital detox. I'll link to one I saw recently that was nice and easy. What I want to do right now, though, is give you a little human training challenge. It just got 3 parts, pretty easy. First, you can take a minute right now to reflect on the state of your inner life. How in tune with yourself and your experiences do you feel compared to other points in your life? How do you feel about how you feel about your inner life? Second, you're going to set aside 15 minutes for an attention break. And during this break, you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. Then just pick a thing. Read a book, play an instrument, put a Lego set together. The only requirement is you pick one thing, you pay attention to it, and it's not a thing that's actively sucking your attention away from you. And then last, just reflect on how that felt. Did it feel good? Did it remind you of past phases of your life when you did that kind of thing more often? Was it harder than you anticipated? I'll admit that when I started doing these attention breaks, I was embarrassed by how fidgety and distracted I was. But that's okay. It's a principle of human training that everyone starts from somewhere. Here's a thought for a daytime date or hang with a friend. I've actually done this. Meet at a cafe or bar and just read together. It's called body doubling, and there's no reason we can't use it for attention breaks. It's kind of nice. So take back your attention, renew your inner self, and see how that feels. Stay human, everyone.